Hello, my name is Kim Engelen. I'm a visual artist since 20 plus years, and this year, 2022, I am dedicating to confession drawings. So this will be the 11th drawing, and every drawing that I make, I will do a confession. The confession for today is that when the thing happened that my dad hit and kicked me, that was on a Monday, so I booked the next flight I could find. That was on a Wednesday, and then on Friday I had a viewing for an apartment to rent. I remember I was super nervous if I could get the apartment, because in the Netherlands, where I'm originally from, the housing market is really stressed. So I was really scared that I didn't know how many other people were looking for the same apartment. And I remember that afterwards I viewed the apartment. I said, yes, I want it. I went to the Montbéliard Park, which is very close to where I am living now. So I got it. But I didn't know that at that moment. And in the park was, I think it was a temporary exhibition, because I went back the weekend, Sunday, and it wasn't there anymore. So what did I saw though there? I saw a quote from Roald Dahl, the British writer. You maybe know him from Charlie the Chocolate Factory. I don't know where I should look, there or there. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. I will talk more about that later during the drawing. But I want to give an ode with this drawing to magic. Enjoy! And I'm just looking for his head, because it will be an ode to magic, and he represents that. This one, no, this one, and this one. And as you know, I like close-ups, so pretty big, maybe something like this. What was that about kindness? I like that quote too. I saw something about kindness. I think probably kindness is my number one attribute in a human being. I will put it before any of the things like courage or bravery or generosity or anything else. Beautiful quotes, but I just want to have the head. I will trace it, his face. What color shall I make? Maybe I will take purple. I will make his head purple. I can't really see all the contours, but it's between you and me. We know it's Roald Dahl, but maybe when you think of magic, you think of somebody else. What does it mean to you, magic? I can hear the neighbors arguing, because in Valencia it's now 2 o'clock. It's like dinner time. So this is enough? I think so. I want to move this so I can still see it if I want to. Yeah, I think so. I will just write it. Ode to magic. Ode to magic. Instead of black and white, because his picture is black and white, I like to make it very colorful. But you see, I do make it, I started with the purple, because somehow to me purple has something to do with spirituality or something like, energy, or what is it? I can't explain. Maybe later. So I said colors, right? It would be funny if his eyes were like the rainbow. So I'm going to start with that rainbow eyes, and then using my the first pencils that I bought when I moved to Valencia. So I think that's, yeah, for me that fits, because I came across about magic and started thinking about it when I was in the Montbéliard Park. You know me by now. I want to check if Montbéliard Park is correct. Why does it show Berlin? I don't live in Berlin for a very long time. Oh no, it's not Montbéliard Park. It's Jardin de Montforte. why did I think it was Monbijou Park? By the way, I'm using Chrome now. Jardin de Montfort. So, Montfort Park. The name is really funny for me, because Montfort, I was born in Posterholt, which I think is next to Montfort. And now I'm totally procrastinating. Yeah, you see? Montfort. Isn't that interesting? Maybe there's a link somehow. And I want to see his face. Could have been any writer. No, it could not be any writer, because the quote is from him. So it's actually also ode to Roald Dahl, because he made me aware of this, made me think about this. I was so nervous, I remember. But I wanted to say, it happened on a Monday, and Friday I already had an apartment. I mean, I don't know if I ever got an apartment that fast. I moved a lot. I lived in 6 countries and even more homes. But yeah, so ode to magic. Or maybe also thank you to the gods, or God. Yeah, miracles, angels, ode to magic. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I give the eyes colors. Not sure if that's going to work, but I want to try it. Like the rainbow. Not really rainbow, just many colors. The light in his eye, maybe I should give the light in his eyes a very bright color, just to make sure. Neon. Neon pencil. I bought these pencils because they have this neon pencil in it. Fluo. No, it's not Spanish, because it says yellow. Fluo. So it's from fluor. Fluor. That's Dutch. Fluo. It's a little bit Spanish with the O on the end. Anyway. Oh, it's already nice. You see. We make him also a happy Roald Dahl, because on this picture he doesn't really look that happy. Probably, he didn't only make books for... Look, this is a golden color. Gold. That's lovely. Oh, it looks more like brown though. But it's okay. I can do a bit brown because it's still eyes. Anyway, so this is already very nice. I like it very much. And so we can also give his hair colors, or his blouse. I think is a little bit, looks like an ICT blouse. So we're gonna pimp that up. No, you're a writer with imagination. So actually, it could also be like yeah, it could be like, oh, this could be go there. It's like all connected and curvy. And shall I take my fatty color pencils for that? I could do that. Or will I stick with I call them from now on, the Valencia pencils. And this is my favorite green. I really like the colors in this pencil box. Yeah, everybody has their own taste and colors. And this kind of green I like very much. It's a bit gold green. Jade, it says. Oh, I made a movie. My first long movie, which was called Jade, about a woman who lives in the big city, and she takes a time out and wanders around the city. It's a very quiet movie, and with a lot of close-ups, and it's interweaved with my art videos, because in that time, when I was living in Rotterdam, I considered myself a video artist, so I made a lot of videos. Does it mean that I'm going to use this pencil then? It's a bit cold, although I like it, so what should I do? Or a darker green, because it was in the park. So maybe I go to the fatty pencils. No, I want to, because, okay, it's very emotional and everything, but I like also an idea that, the concept, or like this connection with the, not Monbijou Park, but the Montfort Park. And that it's next to the small village where I was born. You know, I like these kind of connections. So it's only the question. So I'm going to use these pencils, so I could actually close this box. Nice, leave them open. But it's just a question about which one. And there's another green. But I used that already. It's more dark, although it's more serious. And like plants and trees. Or again this one. So I'm doubting between the Jade and the lighter one, because the lighter one is more cheery. Okay, make a decision, Kimmy. Okay, this one fell, so that's my mark. You see, it's from this one. Okay, then I'm going to make it connected, the hair with his blouse. And today, at 3 o'clock, they come to fix something on the terrace. In Valencia or in Spain, they eat around, I don't know exactly, but let's say from 2 to 3. So I don't assume that they're ringing my door at 3 o'clock, because then I would have to interrupt or just end the live stream. I think it's also kind of like a misinformation or misunderstanding when foreigners, people who are not from Spain in general, or not in general, I don't know, maybe a lot of people know it, but people think siesta is the time to sleep. But I think in general it means the Spanish people go home to eat, and then they go back to work again, and maybe sometimes really long, until 9 o'clock. Oh, I like this one. Magic, it's really important, I think, especially when you're, not that I feel stuck right now, but let's say you feel stuck and you have no way out, or you're really in desperate need of money, and there's no way you get in your mind, no, there's no way you find money, and then something happens and you do get the money on time. Something happens that you couldn't have made it up. Yeah, you could have made it up, but it wasn't in your mind, and then it happens. It's like, yeah, it's also, is that miracles? I don't know if that also, if those things are also considered miracles, but yeah, follow your dreams, believe in magic. That's maybe what you were meant to do on this time on Earth. But it's up to you, of course. I mean, you do what you want to do or think is best that you should do. I mean, I'm just really happy I'm into art. And, you know, I also like, so I guess he considers himself a man. But now it's kind of like a bob. His hairdo, I mean. So it could also be a sort of woman. Yeah, so this ambivalence is good. That it's there. Oh, look, these pencils are of the cheaper kind. So when I do this, there comes a kind of strain in it. And then will I make the other side also a little bit green? Magic. There are many songs also about magic, huh? Black magic woman, hit me with your... Oh no, that's rhythm stick. Maybe you know a song with magic? Leave it in the comments. Yeah, I mean, that's what I hear all the YouTubers do and say. So maybe I should do that too. Have some interaction. But maybe my question more would be like, what means magic to you? Did something happen in your life where it was really hard or something, and then something happened which really helped you? We can make his face yellow, but I don't like that in contrast with the purple, although it would be nice to have a yellow face, but then I would have to change that, which I can do too. Or I can make yellow lips, yellow nose, yellow eyebrows, or I can give him pink. This looks like pink, but actually it's more purple. Lovely Pink, it's called. Oh, these names, aren't they so cute? Orange. What about silver? No, that's really grayish. June. Let's do something more here in the eyes. Oh, I shouldn't maybe have. No, this is too boring. Oh, look, this is also kind of greenish, but I wouldn't have used that. No, so it's up to red again. Red lips, or to make the face yellow. And I like it. Oh, let's start with the nose. And I can still consider. A yellow nose. A yellow nose. Yellow nose, yellow eyebrows. Yeah, that's funny. I will do that. Because they are coming at 3 o'clock. But usually the live streams are around 1 hour. It's not so much, but that's okay. Let's give him a red ear. Why? I don't know. Maybe he knew something. Or he heard something. Because you have people who feel things, you have people who see things, and you have people who hear things, like in the paranormal kind of way. So the red is a bit alone, so that means I have to do something else with the red. You know, I like it also that it has a little bit the feeling of a circus, which I think is good, but don't make it too much circus. And well, who says an ode has to be super serious? No, but it's an ode to magic. Yeah, but circus is also a bit magic, no? Or not? I should use the fatty pencils in this case. I think that's okay. And now is the question, what shall I do with the back? Or will I make his complete face yellow? That's also an option, another option I mean. Where is he? He's probably working. Probably he's a workaholic, like me too. Because you can do things if you not work. You still need to produce. I will make the color in his eyes also around him. That's a good idea. Let's put this one back. What will it be? I mean stripes or just dots? No idea. And since 2 drawings ago that I'm making dots, like Yayoi Kusama, the artist, female artist. I would almost say it's already good, but this is a bit strong, so I want to do more. Now I can also use the other green pencil. Yayoi Kusama, at least that's the story, but had like really psychological traumatic psychosis or something. the dots are so happy. Yeah, the magic doesn't have to be scary. Yeah? It can be fun. Yeah, maybe you can imagine things. Do I also want to make some stripes? I'm going to give it a try. Look, it starts to connect. The yellow comes very close to the purple, but I feel it's okay. Yeah, I like it a bit more, that it's not so obvious. Yeah, so I continue with that a little bit more here. Let's make another one here. Maybe to be very productive, you also have to be a little bit robot-like, because you have to produce. About poems, They can be very short, but still, probably there's a lot of thinking ahead of that. Like the... Oh, I forgot it. But anyway, the poem is only 5 words, but that's not Alan Capro. Oh no, it's not Alan Capro, that's some artist. Okay, I think it's New Baby Shoes for Sale. It's really, really tragic, strong, deep poem. Heartbreaking even. Because why would you want to sell brand new baby shoes? What do you think? Is it ready? His face is, there's not so much. It's the colorful, the rainbow eyes. Let's call them rainbow eyes. I could maybe make a little bit red here, because his mouth, you know, he's probably better with the pen. So his mouth is like, it's not glued or anything, but it's like he wants to say something, but he keeps his mouth shut. That's how I see it. Doesn't have to be true at all. Okay, it looks a bit different now. But it does make sense when you look at his picture, I think. So it becomes more Roald Dahl now. And that's good. Yeah, that's good. Not too much. Stop it. Stop. Yeah, stop. I often say stop and then I don't stop. But it's better. It's better. And I'm making the drawing, so I can choose orange maybe. What would happen if I would do that? I don't know. No. Maybe it could work on this side, but I don't know what happens if I cross over the dots. What happens then? Yeah, that's... I don't know. But I can make this one purple. Orange. That's good. A little bit more strength, you know? Not so meek. Yeah, I need that. A little bit of pressure. Good. Alright. I don't know what this means here. But that's okay. I turn the paper because I don't want to have smudges. So if I do it like this, then nothing can happen. Very orangey. What's orange? Oranje boven, which is the Dutch, also the colors of the football team and the royal house. Well, it's good because the purple is there. That's why I want this orange so much. So it's good. Okay. We have the orange, green, purple, yellow. We have sort of triangle here. Do I maybe want... I can try what happens if I make a purple pink triangle here. Yeah, this pink is not so terrific. I don't have any blue. So do I want to add blue? Oh, too much. No, yeah, blue and purple. It's not really fitting with this drawing. I don't have any black. I don't hardly have any red. It's very uncommon for me, but maybe that's good. I could put a little bit of accent around the eyes, because there are so many colors there. And then we are about done. That's a bit weird. But weird doesn't mean it's bad. Probably he doesn't have blue eyes. But I'm going to make them blue. Like the sky and the ocean. It's strange. But it's allowed to be a bit strange. Maybe that's the freedom of magic. Because your head couldn't think of something else. But magic found a way. Finds a way. Because it's, yeah, maybe magic is completely free. That's the thing, magic is free. It's not bounded. It shouldn't get too scary, yeah? But it's good though, because now you can see the accent to the rainbow eyes, which is what I wanted. And maybe also a little bit robot-like still. I'm going to put this here with the black. That's the only thing I will do with the black. That's not true. I will put some black here too. I just feel black needs to be there. Maybe it's a scarf or something. If you really want to define it. Yeah, that doesn't work. So if I want to do that, I have my other pencil. Let's give him some imperfections. No, he doesn't need imperfections. Yeah, my inclination is to make it darker, but I think it's okay. How about we leave it like this? Or do you want to make this black? I don't know. Do I want to make this like really black? Not with the fatty pencils black, but you see, then his ICT or IT blouse is still happening in the ode. That's fair. Yeah, so we don't forget about the magic, wherever situation or point you are now in your life. Maybe you're dealing with something a bit difficult, or you don't have a solution for, or don't have an answer. Think of magic. Sometimes doesn't matter if I'm over the edges, but sometimes I don't like it. Oh, to magic. Thank you for the magic. Like the pyramid van Maslow. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, and this comes back there, and it comes back here, so that's good. Give it a dark yellow on the side, for those who see that. I am aware that my wrist is on his face, so I don't move it. I think it's ready. Yeah. Okay. He looks a bit sad, but he has magic. He can go anywhere where he wants. So, then we turn it. And I sign it with my name. Kim Engelen, or in Dutch Kim Engelen, 22 February 2022, and this is drawing. Oh, I say drawing. Normally I don't write that. I don't want to. I don't know why. Let's see if I can erase that. And I was thinking also drawing 11, and today is 22. If you into numerology, meestergetal. So the master, angels. Oh, it's a message from the angels that you are in contact with the highest spiritual powers. How fitting for this drawing. And what's 11 then? Because it's drawing 11. The 11 stands for a new beginning and positive change. Yeah, so a spiritual leader, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, intuitive, old soul, depth, cosmic, dreamer. Oh, that's so beautiful also. Cosmic Dreamer. Oh, maybe that's even a better title. Cosmic Dreamer. I like that, don't you? Thank you for watching. Bye bye.